Well, hello everybody. This is DearMamaSal on a wet, dreary, cold. It's 2 degrees here in southern British Columbia. It'll make it 36. Afternoon. I'm off to go and get my hair cut, and I'm hoping that I will be able to do that without coughing too much. And just thought I'd quickly just check in with you all so that you all know the news. I managed to get a couple of broadcasts in yesterday, one a bit shorter than normal, but I did manage to do both. So I was very, very pleased with that. Not sure if I'm paying the price for it today or not. But as you can hear, my cough is getting a lot better. You know, it's higher up now. And of course my fight is to get well enough to be able to travel down to December on Thursday. So that's what I'm aiming for. However, on the good news, I just wanted to let you know that Manon, for those of you who know Manon, let us know yesterday. She kept it very quiet from all of us, but she actually managed to pass her driving test. Now, for those of you who don't know the story about this, it's taken Manon 3 years to do this. And she had a lot of issues going on for her, which made it more difficult. She had some depth perception issues, and all sorts of things were going on that made getting her license more and more difficult. But she didn't quit. And so I have to tell you that when I heard she'd passed her test, I cried, because it was like such a major accomplishment for her. And also on the good news, need to tell you that Erin's friend Sarah Beth apparently is out of hospital and recovering at home, and we wish her all the best, and also for Erin, who must be so delighted. I'm just noticing the traffic is really bad today. Of course, it's getting close to Christmas. And on my way back from getting my hair cut, I'm going to try and, if I feel strong enough, and go and do my Christmas shopping and some grocery shopping. Not sure if I'll have the strength for it, but I'm going to give it a go, because if I could get my Christmas shopping done today, it would take a lot of pressure off me. Now, I need to tell you that I ended up having to take a week off work, or 4 days off work, without pay and without sick leave, because I'd used up both my vacations days and my sick days. And so obviously my paycheck this pay period is going to be horribly short. And I just wanted to talk through the wisdom of quietly putting money away every month for an emergency. I'm pretty sure that if I had tried to continue to work through what I've just been through, I would have ended up with pleurisy or pneumonia. And I knew what I really needed to do was to stop everything and rest my body. That would have been impossible to do if I were worried sick about paying my bills. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a tight squeeze. but at least I've got money put away for this sort of reason. It's, emergency money for days when you have an emergency. And this was an emergency. I didn't expect to get sick. I certainly didn't expect to get this sick. And I didn't expect it to turn around and go back into my lungs a second time, which was very dangerous. So none of this could I plan for. The only thing I can plan for is to be ready if something like this happens. And so I really encourage you all. I don't care if you put away $10 a month. You'll be amazed what an extra $100 does for you. And, really do try to be strong about not spending that money. If you can put away 10% of whatever you earn, it will sort of hold you off most of your emergencies. And quite honestly, the easiest time to put that money away is as you deposit your check. I don't know how many of you deposit your checks online. But literally, if you've got the app to your bank or whatever, however you do yours, building society in England perhaps, or credit union in Canada, if you've already got that app open, the easiest thing in the world, because you know what you've just deposited, is that you just transfer 10% into a special account. So I've said this a number of times over the years, but it really does make all the difference when you get into a situation such as this. All right, now the other thing that happened this weekend is somebody wrote to me with a very, very challenging story. I'm going to start by saying that she doesn't live in North America, where the values are slightly different. But she lives in a country where being a single mom is frowned upon. And the particular viewer was terrified because she had no idea how to be a single mom. And she also was terrified because she didn't think she'd be able to cope. Now, the interesting thing is that when I read it, I must admit I had to smile, because I wondered if I interviewed every mother that had ever produced a baby, would there any of them would tell me that they felt really confident about becoming a mother. I don't think it happens. I think everybody is terrified of becoming a mother. Well, not everybody. I guess there are a few that actually genuinely think they're going to do it right. But most human beings, as opposed to the superhuman ones, most human beings are absolutely terrified of what it's going to be like being a parent. And it's also true that most guys are terrified about being a father. Now, in this particular case, the father has done absolutely nothing to support the person. Sorry, I just need to get some, I've got a bit of fog going on here. Apparently it's totally out of the picture in terms of helping raise the child. And so you look at it and go, wow, that's pretty sad. But you know, as I said to the viewer, you're not the first person to hit this problem. And she was saying to me, do you think that I should keep pushing him to do the right thing? And you know, I don't know about the rest of you, but my feeling is if he hasn't done the right thing up until now, and you're this close to producing his child, I very much doubt he's ever going to do the right thing, but that's just my personal thing. You know, if you're able to do a paternity test and force him to do it that way, I don't know. In the country where you live, I don't know what the laws are about paternity. But my attitude is, you know, he had the fun of getting you pregnant. Now, will he ever step up to the plate? I don't know. I mean, I have to say that maybe one day he will turn around but you know, most guys run for the hills. Now, again, some don't. Some are very honorable and some do the right thing. I even know at least 2 men in my life who married people who were pregnant with somebody else's child and lived very happily ever after. How selfless was that? It wasn't about the ego of their child. It was about, I love this woman and I want to make an honest woman of her, sort of thing. And it was just wonderful. So what I was trying to explain to this viewer is, you know, we don't know the answers to all of this. Will she be able to cope? I hope so. Most mothers do. It's not easy. But I mean, the percentage of single mothers today is very, very high by comparison to when I grew up. So we know that women are capable of doing it, and doing it well in a lot of cases. And especially if you live in a society that is very family-oriented. Now, the other thing that came up for this viewer was she is so scared of telling her friends for fear she will be judged. Well, how she's got away with being this far pregnant and her friends not knowing is beyond my comprehension, but again, my reality was, you will be judged. Expect to be judged, and that's their right. It doesn't make it right that they judge you, but it is their right to judge. And it's a pretty good way to find out who your friends are. Not your pretend friends, your real friends. Because it's also my experience that some friends will stick by you through thick and thin, and some will just only stick by you while it suits them. That's life. And it's a difficult time, so close to Christmas, to be on your own and not in a relationship or whatever. And so what I want you to do is just make sure that I put out the word here that a couple of our viewers are really struggling right now. And one of the things I love about the DearMamaSal group is that the viewers are really good at supporting one another. And I'm hoping that we all take this really seriously in the coming couple of weeks as people work their way through to Christmas and beyond. For those who are not well, and you know who you are, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and I know that the following week or so will bring you results that you may or may not want to hear. but we'll still be here. And we'll still have your back as best we can. All right, everybody. I understand that life is difficult. It's also filled with great joy. I have had more people tell me that the birth of their son and daughter has brought them more joy than they ever imagined. Even if it's a struggle. And so, as in all things in life, try and concentrate on the wonderful gift. The gift of life. The gift of a child. For those of you who are not alone, concentrate on being very thankful for being in a relationship either with a spouse, a boyfriend, with your siblings, with your parents, whatever that relationship is, because so many people don't have that. So find things to be grateful for, however small they are. Look at that. It's now gone up a degree. It's warmer than it was. Yeah, right. It's still cold. All right, everybody. Big congratulations to Manon. And I'm so happy to hear about Sarah getting out of hospital. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, look after each other, but most of all, remember to look after yourself. Bye-bye for now. Well, you know, that always makes me laugh where you spend money having your hair done and you walk out into a rainstorm. And that's where I'm very grateful for my sweats. Because there's no doubt about it, they're pretty darn rainproof. I think they're more rainproof than my raincoat, for sure. And, you know, as I put the hood up on my sweats, I thought, oh yeah, that's good. That's really going to mess my hair now. But as long as I'm dry and warm, I really don't care. Because looking after me at the moment is the most important thing. All right, so my next thing is I'm going to head off to do some shopping. I'm going to go through to Walmart because I can pick up a lot of what I need there, especially now that I've got this super duper list of what I need for various people. So I think I can knock off, you know, nearly all of my shopping today just by going to Walmart, which will be awesome. Take a lot of stress off me. I'm sure it'll be busy, but you know what I'm going to do is just go with the flow because it is going to be a lot less busy than it will be a week from now. And that's what I keep thinking about. So I'll take my chances tonight. All right, everybody, I'll see you in a bit.